Good morning, students. Today we are going to do English 1, Sem 2, that is Unit 5. What's the evidence? See, here in Activity 1, there is a poem written by Robert Frost, and the name of the poem is The Road Not Taken. And see what he says over here, that you have to be very careful of that one. Why? Because it's a very tricky poem, and he says it's really very tricky, so you need to read it carefully. See, here also you can see the pictures. Frost, shortly before the poem was published in the year 1916. So you can see the Robert Frost over there, and this is how the poet looked when he wrote long. I stood and looked down one as far as I could. And see the another picture, you can see the Robert Frost, ages and ages hence. Let us read the poem and I'll explain you. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Diverged means what? They followed a different direction. And sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and I looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Undergrowth means what? It's a mass of bushes, small trees, plants growing under the trees of the wood or a forest. Then took the other as just as fair and having perhaps the better claim. See, to have a better claim means what? To have more demand, so more attention. Because it was grassy and wanted wear. Wanted wear means what? Needed to be used. Though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden back. Black, oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere, ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. See what here the speaker says. See, one speaker has come to a fork in the path in the woods, and it falls and the leaves are turning colors. He is unsure which way to go and wishes he could go both the ways. He looks down one path as far as he can see, but then he decides to take the other. He thinks the path he decides to take is not quite as worn the other one, but really the path are about the same, and the fallen leaves on both looks pretty fresh. See, the speaker reflects on how he plans to take the road that he didn't take another day, but suspects that he probably won't ever come back. Instead, far off in the future, he will be talking about how his decision was final and life challenging. So this was about the poem. See, when it is asked, what did the poet feel sorry for? See, the poet was standing at the fork of two roads in the yellow wood, and he, being one traveler, could not travel both the same time, so he was sorry. And see, what did the poet observe standing at the one place? See, the poet was standing at the fork of two roads, and from there he could see two roads diverging in a yellow wood. He looked down one road as far as he could see, and he found the one bending in the undergrowth. And see what are the reasons that the poet gave choosing the road other. See, it was equally fair as the first one, and it was also grassy and almost untrodden, and hence according to poet perhaps it was having a better claim. And when we talk about what does the poet mean by the word, oh, I kept the first for the another day. See, in this since the poet could not travel both the roads at the same time, so he took up one and postponed traveling the other, thinking that he could come back and travel it another day. And when we talk about what doubt has risen in the poet's mind, see, since both the roads were equally fair, and poet wanted to travel both, but being one traveler, he could not do so and could take means one road only, and he kept the other road pending for some other day. But at that time he doubted whether he could be able to come back to travel alone the other road, and he had kept it for some other day. So that was a doubt that risen in the poet's mind. And see, what after a long time will the poet tell with a sigh why? See, for this answer, for this question, the answer is far off in future. The poet will tell with a sigh how his decision was final and life challenging. It made a lot of difference to him in his life. So that was all about in the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. You need to read it twice or thrice. Now, Robert Frost said that the road not taken is tricky. So, let's read carefully together. Did you know that many people mistake the title of the poem? They think the title is The Road Less Traveled. What is the real title of the poem? See, according to me, both the titles holds equal importance. See, the title given by Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken, has a negative shade. Instead of that, if we could have given the title The Road Less Traveled, and see, it must have imparted a positive shade. Why? Because both the roads were grassy and wanted wear. And see, the poet took one of them that was less traveled. So, hence, the road less traveled is also an appropriate title. Okay, the another question, where do the words the road less traveled actually come from in the poem? This word come from the line because it was grassy and wanted wear. So from this line it comes to know that the road less traveled actually it came from the poem. And see the next one, it is asked in the second stanza, the poet expresses the idea that the two roads are very similar in two ways. And what are they? See, they are equally fair, they are equally worn, and see, in this we come to know that from this two sentence they are equally fair and they were equally worn. From that we come to know that the poet expresses the idea that the two roads are very similar in one two ways. The next question, in the third stanza, the poet expresses the idea that the two roads are very similar again. What words do this? See, in the third stanza, when we talk about it, the words and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. See, this expressed the idea that two roads are similar. See, in the third stanza, the poet indicates that he could have taken either roads. How does he do this? See, in this third stanza, poet indicates that he could have taken either roads as he find both the roads equally laying and untrodden. So he decided to take one and leave the other for another day. So he takes this decision with doubt in his mind that in future whether he will be able to come back for the other road or not. See, most of the poem is in the past tense. What tense is the fourth stanza in? See, the fourth stanza is in mixed tenses. That is, the first two lines are in future tense. I shall be telling this with a sigh somewhere ages and ages hence. And when we talk about the third and the fourth lines are in the past tense. Two roads diverged in a wood, and one by one took the one less traveled by. And see, the fifth line is in the present perfect tense, that is and that has made all the differences. So these were all the tenses used. Now list the new words you find in the poem. Now you need to list the hard words which you find, new words which you find it difficult. You have to write it. Few of them we have discussed it, that is diverged, undergrowth, trodden, that is walked on, and wanted viewer, and there is a phrase to have a better claim. So you can note it down. I hope you all have understood till here. Thank you for listening.